Hey guys, welcome back to the JPM Performance channel. It's of course time for our shop tour, and we are, amazingly enough, into our first Thursday in March 2026. Time is flying, but that's just normal. We've had a wet week in Topeka. Now that we're in March, I'm kind of hoping that the winter is over with, but you never know. You never quite know. So let's get into our shop tour. You can see I've got nothing on the bench. Like I told you last week, Lance Stout's motor would be completed, finished, packed, shipped, and gone, which it is. So don't actually have anything on the lift right now because the Rocketeer car was on the lift and it is done, 100% done. So we've got some more videos that are going to be coming down the pipe on the Rocketeer playlist that you guys will see. But as you can see, the car is beautiful again. It went to, of course, Sunflower Body Shop for a complete detailing inside and out. And man, the car drives nice. I mean, it is really nice. If any of you guys have ever driven a car, a Miata that's got horsepower, you know what I'm talking about. Of course, I'm still breaking the engine in, but I did get enough miles on it to not only drive it over there and get it detailed and bring it back, and got some miles on it, but got it on the dyno, and you'll be seeing the dyno session as well. But everything, all the little details are done. Cleaned underneath, runs like a charm. Not really going to show you guys the running and the dynoing in the shop tour, because that's what our playlist is for. So make sure you check it out. I think next week's episode for the Rocketeer, we'll probably maybe do one every week now, since the car's about done. Next week is going to be the engine install, engine and tranny install. And then I did do a video about an overview with it up on the lift, underneath, under the hood, talking about everything that it took to actually make this happen. But man, what a beautiful car. So again, a 1996 Mazda Miata with 32,000 original miles, original paint, upgraded top with a 99, so it's got the glass, upgraded steering wheel and shift knob, feel coilovers. This is an awesome Miata. There's no doubt about it. This is probably going to be the last time you guys see this car, because the customer is so excited he's going to be here tomorrow to pick it up. And he's actually going to drive it home all the way back to Alabama. So it's been a long time coming, but I'm actually glad that it's completed. Long time coming. So the next thing I'll end up doing, once I get all of my components in, is, as you guys know, I've got my 99 Miata that got all the new paint that is currently marinating in a storage facility, waiting for all of my Rocketeer pieces to come in for that. That'll be the next one we do. So that'll be the next one you'll see on shop tours. In the meantime, since I got that engine done, we got this done, been chipping away on both of these cars. So got the differential changed out in the Miata, in the F production Miata. Just was finishing up the rear brakes on this one side and getting ready to, probably, I'm sure I'll have the transmission installed today. So I'm going to get the transmission in, get the power plant frame in, get the exhaust on, get the headers on, and start chipping away at these cars. I got to keep chipping away at these cars. Not exactly sure when this car is going to go racing, but again, I don't want it sitting here all year. So customer's chomping at the bit for this one too. So we're looking good. I did get quite a bit done on the 626. So last week I showed you guys the surge tank, the black box, completely installed into fuel cell, done. So now what I've been working on, as you can see, I've got the intake manifold installed onto the engine. I've got the injectors in place. The throttle body is in place. Next thing I need to do is fabricate a bracket for the throttle cable right here, which will be custom. I've got all of the piping ordered for the air filter and So many little details. You can see if you look closely down here, there is a trigger wheel on the front crank damper now. I ordered some bits and pieces to fabricate a crank sensor bracket. It's all custom stuff. I mean, this is one-off stuff. I even found, so I removed the distributor that used to ride right in here on the back of the cam. Found a freeze plug, just the right size, that I've got on the way for that. It's really actually going to clean this up nicely. Of course, we've got some coils and things that we're going to have to install to kind of get this put together, but chipping away, making progress, making good progress. So I'm really happy about all that. So Dave, if you're watching, we're going to make it. We've got a little time, like I say, till Gateway, but I'll get it done. We'll make it happen. So you can see over here on the Mazda 2, I've got my welder out. That's because I'm right in the middle of installing what I'm going to call my VW bar. It's my VW push bar. There's some other H production competitors that love to do a little bump drafting. Not going to name any names, but his initials are Chuck Mathis. And when I removed all of this to install the oil cooler, I wanted to make sure that I have a bar that's right here, right behind here, because I think that we have to do a little bump drafting just to keep up with that pesky Spitfire. So this is not actually welded in at all yet. I actually need to do a little bit more of a bend. I did my first test fit. I need to bring this out just a little bit more, about another ½ inch, and it's going to be right in place, and we're going to be looking good. So I'm just kind of going through my... Did we talk about the transmissions last... Oh, I didn't even have them out last week, did I? Okay. Come on down this way. So yeah, we talked about how fast I was going to pull the transmission out. So as you can see, I've got 2 transmissions sitting right here. We've got our... This is the one I just pulled out of the car. And yeah, turn the input shaft. There's definitely something loose in there. The other thing that I was diagnosing was, this is the transmission from the runoffs. So what I'm trying to diagnose here, and I think I've got it diagnosed, is, if you guys will remember, this is the one that was popping out of gear. I've got a little bit, what I believe to be a little too much play between the synchronizer and the slider hub. Unfortunately, Mazda sells all this stuff, and actually, they're in a box over there. I just haven't gotten them out yet. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this apart. I'm going to pull this 5th gear apart. I'm going to measure everything up really closely and get this transmission built and in the car before I start yanking this one apart. So, ugh, look at that. Where's my rags? So, I had a little bit of, you know, I put those brand new axles in. Had a little bit of spray here coming out of my CV boot, which odds are I probably put a little too much grease in them. I'm going to clean them up. I might even silicone the edges. We'll see. I've got, I don't know, I just make all this stuff up, as you guys know. I come up with my own ideas. So, so transmissions were looking good. Now, this week's shout out is going to be to, and I think he watches these, Wade McBride. So I was at Eagles Canyon, and I'm filling up the car with fuel, and he comes over and he says, that looks like something I would do. Because what I had was a broomstick holding the rear hatch up. And then I thought to myself, I got that donor car sitting outside. I've got shocks on the donor car. Look at that upgrade. I love it. No more broomstick. So, sweet. Always upgrading. My new Smarty Cam worked really good. Of course, if any of you guys are really paying attention, you saw the awesome 360 camera view from both days at Eagles Canyon. If you haven't seen it, check that out on the channel. Some good racing. I do have a different Smarty Cam in the car this year, which actually works really well, except for it's picking up too much wind noise coming through the window. Good thing for me, there's an external mic jack. So called up Louis Bustani down in Florida, my AIM guy, and sure enough, Abe makes an external mic that I'm going to plug right in, run it up under the dash. We're just constantly improving, guys, constantly improving. Start looking at my list for, oh, this is something the VW guys are going to love. So, looking at my list, and I came up with all this stuff while I was at Eagles Canyon. I'm going to put in a spot mirror over on the left side of my car, right here, because I'm having a little trouble seeing right about where John's at right there. Having a little trouble seeing. And I know the Volkswagen guys have been giving me trouble about this for like 2 years. So I'm going to get that installed right here. When you're really, really busy out there, I get it. It's good to kind of see right here. My center mirror, I can see the right side really good, but I have a little bit of a blind spot. So I'm going to do that as well. So just constantly improving. The clutch and everything looks good. That's all back installed. The oil filter looked great. No worries there. So the engine's performing quite well. Super happy. So we are, I saw that I think almost every single member of the VW Mafia is entered for the Gateway event. So we're getting ready for war right here. It's going to be fun. So it's the Dorsey Schrader, first annual Dorsey Schrader event at Gateway. Dorsey's going to be there, which will be cool, and we're going to have some great racing. Can't wait for that. So that's our shop tour for the week. I think as these next few weeks go on, you're going to see all sorts of good upgrades going on. I'm really hoping to get some of these other engines completed as well. I've got lots of guys, got another engine that came in this week, so I've got to get engines going as well as the cars. So constantly moving, guys, constantly moving. Appreciate you watching as always. Have a great rest of your week. See you soon.